Justin Beal from Developer AI. And today I want to talk about having a virtual product owner for your product. I'm going to walk through my Assistify product owner example, how to use it and a item in Trello, and then implement it all using AI. Now that we have a user story that is in a workable state, if I took all of this and I come over to Cursor for my UI, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new chat window and say, I want to implement this feature. And then I'm going to paste everything there. And then I'm going to hit Command Enter and let it look through the entire code base and see what it comes back with. And here's what it's saying. To implement this feature, we need to make a change to the header component to include the Assistify logo and make it clickable to navigate back to the root index page. Additionally, we need to remove the logo from the welcome message component. So first, update the header component. Okay, we're going to go in here and we're just going to copy this and paste it in there. And then we're going to look at the Git diff in order to see what our actual changes were that it suggested. So look right here, just import an image, router, that makes sense. So we're going to use router. And then when we click on the logo, we're just going to push to our slash, which should take us to the index. It added another box around the image to make that a single branded element. It has the on click, makes it a cursor. That looks pretty good so far. And then it didn't think it needed the scriptlet tag, so it removed that. Okay. So if we save this real quick, and then we come over here and we say yarn dev, and let's make sure our backend is running too. We're going to say hat run dev. So now we have both backend and front end working. And let's go over to the browser. And if we go to localhost 3000, we can see now that up here we have the clickable Assistify logo. That's great. So if I went to About Assistify, I can click on it and it takes me back. Beautiful. So that was the first step. Let's look what else it asked us to do. We mentioned removing it from a welcome screen. So now we have removed the logo from the welcome message component. That seems about right. So if we come over here, we have welcome message. We're going to look at the diff of that real quick just to review and remove the image. That looks great. And then in the step 3, it said update the test for the header component, ensure the logo click navigates to the root index page. I like that. Let's go to our header test and we will paste, and let's see if this actually works with what it gave us. Nice. And then all 4 tests passed. Let's review those tests real quick just to see what it added there too. So we're using a mock router for jest function. That makes sense. Then we are just making sure that we're mocking the router just to do some stuff here. Now we have the header, and then we're getting by alt text Assistify logo. We're clicking on it, and then we're expecting that to have been called with a slash. Beautiful. And let's look at our UI again real quick. So now we have welcome to Assistify. We have our about, and we come over here. We can see we can navigate. If I sign in with Google, let's just continue. Let's make sure on our dashboard we have the same. So now I have the same logo on the dashboard. So that way, whenever I click, I will route back to that home screen. And let's push that up real quick. And then we're going to say add branded header to header component and move logo into brand. We're going to commit. And then we're going to push that up. And then what we're going to see as a final step is that if we come back to our GitHub Actions, we've actually kicked off our CI/CD workflow. So it's going to run our end-to-end integration here, which if we look, it's going to try to deploy to our CI environment, which we have set up for our Next.js UI in Vercel. And then our backend is going to be deployed to fly.io for our fast API application. And when both of those get complete, it's going to kick off our playwright test to run end-to-end test and make sure that our app functions as we expect. And when that's complete, We'll take a peek and make sure it deploys to our production environment. We can see that our end-to-end test had finished up. We go back and look at our actions. We can see it says deploy to fly.io and Vercel. So if we come back to our actual app and we reload, we can see we have our login page with our header logo that navigates to it. And if we click, we can always get back there. Then the last step is just to move the story into a done status. When we come over here, we're going to move it on over. And we have implemented our user story. Thank you for joining me today on this AI assisted coding journey. What we did is we took a open AI assistant and we created it to be a product owner for our application, which is Assistify. Then we used it to generate a user story to help us add a logo and navigation to our header. And then once that was done, we took the story and we put it into Cursor SH and we had it search the whole project and help implement the story for us. And once we were good with that working locally, we kicked off our CI pipeline to automatically deploy it to our production application when the tests were passing and our end-to-end tests were green. And that's going to be it today. I hope you all have a great day and enjoyed the video, and happy coding.